in Sacramento with our top story this half hour.
KFBK News Radio, California wildfire coverage.
A fast-spreading wildfire in California's wine country is forcing people from their homes. The Picket Fire in Napa County has already burned thousands of acres, and crews are fighting it from both the ground and the air. Here's KFBK's Daniel Martindale with more.
As of midnight, CAL FIRE says the blaze is just 11% contained and 615 homes and businesses remain under threat. The picket fire broke out Thursday afternoon near Calistoga and has already scorched more than 6,800 acres of land. Mandatory evacuations are in effect as residents watch smoke rise over Napa Valley vineyards. Jeremy Pierce is with CAL FIRE in Napa County.
It's extremely rough territory. Some of it's cliffed out, some of it's rocked out, and it's a lot of tough land. So they're working in there. They're going to continue to work in there for the next couple of days.
CAL FIRE says night-flying helicopters and drones are helping attack hotspots after dark. This same rugged terrain was devastated by the 67,000-acre glass fire 5 years ago. Officials say veterans of that firefight are leading the current suppression efforts. Daniel Martindale, KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
The cause of the picket fire is still under investigation. Meanwhile, red flag warnings across much of California are keeping fire danger high. Our top national story this hour, President Trump's crackdown in Washington, D.C. is expanding with more National Guard troops on the way. KFBK's Daniel Martindale with more.
West Virginia will send up to 400 soldiers, South Carolina about 200, and Ohio another 150. The White House says the move is aimed at strengthening public safety. D.C. resident Jacob Adams says it's alarming.
Every state has a different culture in their National Guard, and that's what I'm very worried about.
Supporters say 68 arrests and dozens of illegal handguns off the streets prove it's needed.
As a moderate, as a centrist, I think something needs to be done. I have 3 kids. I'm about to start teaching next week. I want it to be safe.
Meanwhile, Democratic mayors from cities like Seattle and Baltimore are already preparing legal challenges, accusing the president of overstepping his authority. Daniel Martindale, KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
Now for more of what matters this morning, here's Mark Dembski.
Some alarming news this morning, Christina. A South Lake Tahoe resident has tested positive for the plague. KFBK's Daniel Martindale reports.
El Dorado County public health officials confirmed the positive test on Tuesday. The person is recovering at home while under the care of a medical professional. Officials believe the person was infected by a flea while camping in the South Lake Tahoe area. Plague is a serious bacterial disease commonly spread through the bites of fleas that have fed on infected wild rodents like squirrels and chipmunks. Pets like dogs and cats can also bring infected fleas into homes. Public health officials say plague is naturally present in the higher elevation areas of El Dorado County. Daniel Martindale, KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
We first told you about a deadly house explosion in South Sacramento yesterday morning as breaking news here on KFBK. Now a neighbor says that blast was intentional. KFBK's Daniel Martindale has more.
The home on 39th Street in the South Oak Park neighborhood exploded at about 6:15 Thursday morning, killing one person inside. Speaking with KCRA-TV, a neighbor says he thinks the man living in the home intentionally blew it up. He says he talked to the resident on Wednesday and he told him he has, quote, what it would take to blow this house up, end quote. The neighbor also says the resident mentioned blowing up the home while he was still inside. Other people who knew the man say he claimed to be having issues with the city of Sacramento. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office confirms it was handling an eviction at the home that was scheduled to happen at about the same time as the blast. Investigators have not determined the cause of the explosion, but they are ruling out a gas leak as the cause. Daniel Martindale, KFBK, Sacramento's News Radio.
Oh, do we actually have some news to talk about? Yeah, we do. Why don't we come back to that? But Amy, first, why don't you take it from here?
Okay, an Amber Alert for 2 young brothers reported missing from the Westlake District has been canceled.
The LAPD says 10-year-old Jaden Hernandez and 2-year-old Derek Rodriguez Hernandez were found safe in Las Vegas on Sunday. They will now be reunited with their foster parents. The biological mother and sons were reported missing last Thursday morning after disappearing from the boys' foster home in the Westlake area. Their mother is accused of abducting them. It's unclear if she's been arrested. Daniel Martindale, KFI News.
A wrestler who goes by the name Psycho is in stable condition after he was attacked at a match in the San Fernando Valley.
The wrestler, whose real name is Stuart Smith, was beaten unconscious by Rajah Jackson, the son of former UFC fighter Quentin Rampage Jackson. It happened last Saturday night during an independent wrestling event in Sun Valley.
KFI's Daniel Martindale reports the wrestler's brother provided a health update.
A man with a rifle has stabbed a woman outside a mall in Canoga Park.
Police say the man armed with an AR-15 style rifle stabbed a woman on Thursday afternoon. Shots were also fired at the woman, who was with her 2-year-old child at the time. Neither of them were hit. The woman is in stable condition after being stabbed. Police say the suspect was carrying 200 rounds of ammunition. Investigators initially said it stemmed from a custody dispute. They are now calling the attack totally random. Daniel Martindale, KFI News.
Republican lawmakers are expanding their investigation into alleged anti-Semitism within California's UC system.
A congressional education committee is now demanding years' worth of internal documents about complaints of anti-Semitism at 3 medical schools. That includes the UCLA and UC San Francisco medical schools. The schools have 2 weeks to submit the internal documents to the Republican-led congressional committee. This comes after the Trump administration suspended more than $500 million in health, medical, and energy research grants for UCLA, claiming it has been hostile toward Jewish students, faculty, and staff. Daniel Martindale, KFI News.
A man from Hawthorne has been arrested for allegedly beating a woman unconscious at the Rose Bowl.
Julio Cesar Lopez Zavala was arrested on Thursday. Police say he is the man seen in viral cell phone video repeatedly punching a woman during a sold-out Rufus Du Sol concert last Saturday night. The woman says she accidentally spilled some of a drink on the man and apologized, but then he left, calling it intentional. He came back about a half hour later and attacked her. She was knocked unconscious and suffered serious bleeding. Daniel Martindale, KFI News.
A man from Pico Rivera has been indicted for allegedly blocking ICE agents from detaining a janitor.
On Wednesday, a federal grand jury indicted 20-year-old Adrian Martinez, who is a U.S. citizen. He is charged with conspiracy to impede federal agents and will be arraigned today. Martinez was arrested on June 17th after allegedly interfering when a janitor was being detained by ICE agents at a shopping center in Pico Rivera. The U.S. Department of Justice says he and other people parked their vehicles to block the agents from leaving. Martinez could face up to 6 years in prison if he's convicted as charged. Daniel Martindale, KFI News.
Let's move on to this. You may have shopped here. Another retailer is pulling out of California. Daniel Martindale has the story.
Bed Bath & Beyond says it will not be opening or reopening stores in California. The company's executive chairman, Marcus Lemonis, released a statement on Wednesday calling California one of the most risky environments for business in America. He also calls California overregulated and expensive. Bed Bath & Beyond filed for bankruptcy in 2023 and closed its stores, but now plans to open 300 stores nationwide. Governor Gavin Newsom responded in a tweet, pointing out that the company already went bankrupt. I'm Daniel Martindale.
San Diego County is seeing an increase in both home sales and home sale prices.
That's according to new data from the California Association of Realtors. In July, San Diego County saw a 3.8% boost in home sales compared to June, though the number was down 6.5% compared to July of 2024. Meanwhile, the median sale price for a single-family home in San Diego County in July was $1.04 million. That's a slight increase from June and from July of last year. It also outpaced the statewide median home sale price for July, which was about $884,000. Daniel Martindale, KOGO News.
U.S. Navy is sending a San Diego-based carrier to Alaska.
The USS Abraham Lincoln is heading to Alaska to take part in large-scale warfighter training. The exercise, called Northern Edge 2025, started on Sunday and is scheduled to last between 8 days and through the end of the month. The nearly 1,100-foot USS Abraham Lincoln is the largest of the 7 American and Canadian ships participating in the exercise. The USS O'Kane, a San Diego-based destroyer, will be there as well. The Lincoln is also expected to deploy to the Indo-Pacific later this year. Daniel Martindale, KOGO News.